so you can see me and you can see you. Awesome.
Yeah.
Right, okay, so I'm going to start.
Okay.
Right, this is vlog number 5 for our homegrown fitness challenge, and this is something that I don't particularly have a lot of knowledge about, so I've brought along Suze.
Hi.
Who is going to help us talk about the correct gym wear and the benefits of wearing gym wear. Also, my personal opinion of what I've worn over the last few years through training, what Suze wears generally, and also what I've put on a little bit at the end is footwear, because I think that footwear is quite an important thing when we talk about training, running, gym stuff. So we'll talk about that. That's what our topic is going to be. So we can have a little discussion. Okay. So I mean, why do you wear gym clothes, Suze? Why do you not come in your jeans and your nice lovely bra and nice top and blouse?
Well, for a start, if I came in my jeans, I'd never get to do those squats that you make me do, because my jeans wouldn't let me get down there. So when I initially started, I just wore like just ordinary gym stuff. You know, I just went to Matalan or anywhere, and that is absolutely fine. There is nothing wrong with that. Just you become a little bit of a gym snob, I guess, as you
I suppose
the more you get more into it.
The more you get into it, the more you see like videos on YouTube and on Instagram of people wearing this nice fancy clothes, new brands. Oh, I bought the latest gym like Shark leggings, or I bought the new trainers. The more you get into it, the more interest you have in the fashion of it as well, don't you?
Yeah, without a doubt. Yeah.
I remember when I started training, before I became a PT, mine was, because I was very much football based, I went to the gym wearing obviously a sports bra, but I mean, I have no boobs. It doesn't really matter what sports bra I wear. I used to wear a baggy top and I used to wear football shorts. And that is now unknown. I don't know any female in particular that would really wear that. I don't think it's an issue. I think you can wear that and it's absolutely fine. But I think because of the image of training, it's kind of like not known. But yeah.
But the point that you just made about the sports bra, just because you've got no boobs, it doesn't mean that doesn't matter. It is actually really important that your sports bra is suitable for what you need. So whether you've got boobs or whether you haven't got boobs, you've got something, and that something moves. So that moves a massive percent. If you put those like little digital things on it, it's quite incredible how skin moves.
Yeah.
So even though you don't have boobs, you should still wear. Everyone should still wear some kind of sports bra if they're doing some exercise that means that their boobs are going to move.
So does that matter then what type of exercise you do? Like obviously there's the impact here, the running, the weight training, Pilates or yoga. Does that still matter, or do you think it really varies on what you're doing?
No, it does vary. So if you're just doing like yoga or Pilates or something like that, your body's not moving in a fast or emotional way in quickly, so your skin doesn't move so fast. But if you're doing like say star jumps or jumping squats or running on a treadmill or any of that, then you should be wearing a sports bra that supports your body. And those compressional ones don't cut it. It should really be the combination ones that are compressionable, as well as those ones that sort of support you around the outside, the encapsulated ones. So it should really be a mixture of the both, which is called the combination sports bra.
So it doesn't really matter. Well, it does matter about the type of exercise you do, but in terms of still moving, it's important to make sure you've got the right.
Basically, the answer is you should keep them still. You should keep those boobs still.
Still, I feel like they do anyway. Like I think move or not have anything. There's not a lot of movement, to be honest.
I definitely don't keep still.
I wear literally a basic. It's not even a sports bra. It's like a crop top, like a fitted crop top that I tend to wear. It can be Gymshark, it can be Nike. I think I'm wearing one today, which is like a booty one, which is part of Opoly. what ones do you go for, Suze? What ones do you normally pick?
Well, to be fair, I've just been wearing what they call a compressionable one, which is usually one of those ones that you put over your head, you pull down, it's like a crop top. Some you can do up at the back, some have got no fastenings at all. That's what I've always worn, which makes you look completely flat-chested. And you think it does the trick, but on research, since looking into it, I watched a program once that talked about this, and on research that actually it doesn't actually reduce the movement at all. Whereas if you wear an encapsulated one or a combination one, it can reduce the movement of the skin, which is therefore moving the muscles in the boob, by 60%.
So when you say encapsulated, you mean like it shapes underneath your bra?
Yeah, so an encapsulated one, yeah.
Around.
Yeah, it's what encapsulated one is one that actually fits flat in between your boobs and separates the boobs so they're individual. It's not joined. So it's like a bra.
Yeah.
But it fits like a crop top, but it separates the boobs. And then when they're combination, they still separate the boobs, but they have a compression as well.
What about sizing of it? That's another thing. What about sizing? So for those, is the sizing just the same as if you're going to go and get a normal bra fitted? Is it normally like size 8, size 10, size 12? Do you know what the sizing's like for them?
Well, normally the ones that are encapsulated are like a bra. They're sized like a bra. Right. Whereas the compressional ones are like small, medium, large, extra large. And what they say is that if you have, it's got to fit over your head and your arms have got to fit through it. So that doesn't necessarily mean that it's going to be the right size. It just needs to be that size to get over your head.
Yeah. I suppose that's a good point. And I think for me, I end up, and this is where I am probably going wrong with my bras, because they're only like the crop top ones or the ones you just pull over, because I'm very broad around my back, they fit me snug underneath. But I've actually, like what you said, because it's not snug here, like they do move, because there's nothing tight fitting here, because all I'm doing is getting like a size 8 crop top online. So
and that's basically what they're saying. They're saying that a compressioned bra, like sports bra, is literally just a crop top. It's just a crop top, like leggings around your boobs. That's all it is, really.
Leggings around your boobs, if only. We just need to get those like leggings now that are all in ones like these, that they come underneath your armpit. It's got it's all in one. We just get it all in one. It's got the encapsulation here, the top around the hips, so it tucks everything in. We should go Dragon the Den with that, to be honest. Okay, do you know what the issues that could come across of not wearing the right sports bra? You said about the movement and stuff and how it's really important for you, but what can happen if you don't? Is there any particular side effects that?
Well, it basically it damages the muscle, because the skin moves and the boobs are filled with tissue. It damages the tissue, so therefore the muscle will become loose.
Okay,
So and I don't really want to use the word like saggy, because that's not a good word, but they will lose their muscle retention because the skin is moving them up and down or sideways. If anyone's watching this that fancies Googling it, if you Google it, there's like a video. I don't have the link though, but they put these probe things on and it shows you. We think our boobs just go up and down, but I'm not even joking. They literally go around under your arms, up near your chin, back down your belly button. They go everywhere. Like it's quite something to watch. So
have you heard that song where?
Yeah, I mean, I guess I do.
Exactly.
Yeah. So it's quite damaging to, not health-wise, but to how you want them to look.
The elasticity goes.
Yeah, exactly.
Strength training. Obviously, what you're doing is you're strengthening the muscles, especially across your chest, your pecs, which helps keep them perkier as well, and keeps elasticity and firmness. And you're kind of doing the opposite if you're not wearing the correct.
If you're going running. Yeah. So if you're doing a strength training and then you're a runner at the same time, then you're basically undoing what you do in strength training, because there's too much wobbling going on.
It's too much wobbling. I mean, there's part of wobbling which is always beneficial to some, but only at the right time, the right place.
It's only what you're comfortable with. I mean, not everyone will be comfortable in wearing, you know, some people are just more comfortable in wearing a compression one. And that is, to be fair, all I've worn. But since doing this research, as soon as I can go somewhere and try some stuff on, I am going to change, because for me,
I suppose there's nowhere at the moment where you can actually go and have a fitted, so it's just a case of a waiting game, really. I do honestly think this is beneficial for loads and loads of people right now that probably have no clue, especially beginners. I mean, I am learning. I don't know any of this is new for me, because it's never been something that I've gone into. I've always gone into the fashion and how it looks,
exactly,
rather than actually what it needs to be doing. So I think for someone like me who's been in the gym industry for years, I don't know that. So for people that are brand new and are especially, you know, making sure they're looking after their health and that's really important. Really important.
And that's what this thing I watched, that's what this lady said. When we try on our sports bras, we just look in the mirror, we look to the front, we look to the side, we look and see if we've got any back fat, and we think, oh yeah, that's great, we'll keep that. But she said what you should actually do in the change room is do star jumps and look at yourself in the mirror and see how much they move.
Can you imagine if you walked in the change room and
especially in JD Sports, because they physically have to let you in, and it's just like a stable door. Your arms will be popping out over the top.
Oh, she's trying to wear a sports bra. Oh, it's so true though. It's so true. Oh, well, that's interesting. So that was sort of like topic for sports bras in particular, you know, what we do, why we wear them, actually what we need to focus on, because it's going to help us in the long run. The next thing that is staple to every gym wear, which I'm going to say modern gym wear now, is the standard sports bra gym leggings, isn't it? And obviously people wear tops over, wear hoodies over. Some people go to the gym with just a crop top on if they feel comfortable or confident enough. But leggings, everyone owns a pair of leggings that goes to the gym, or at least knows someone who wears leggings. What leggings do you go for?
Well, the leggings I wear most of the time, I've got many. I've got Gymshark, I've got Sweaty Betty, I've got Ron O'Neill. But the ones I wear most of the time are Fabletics. And that's because I've got short legs, and they come at the right length for my legs. In fact, I think the 3/4 ones are like the right length on my legs, because they're short, and they don't roll down so much. They're not ideal to buy, because they do this funny subscription thing. So
yeah, I've heard about this. There's a few clients of mine that have Fabletics because they're comfortable, they're nice fitting, they're not see-through. They're not see-through, so they're good for squatting.
Yeah, good for squatting too. And the other ones, and my other second favourite are my Sweaty Betty ones. They're my second favourite.
See, Sweaty Betty is more known for more of a yoga clothing brand, isn't it? It's like Lululemon. It originally was more for the yoga type of exercising.
Yeah.
So initially, when I think of Sweaty Betty, now again, this is just an opinion of mine. When I think of Sweaty Betty, I think of, you know, quite loose, comfortable. Not really thick, or I find that maybe see-through, but that's just my personal opinion. But I'm guessing
no, they're not. If you look on their website now, they're not. You've got your yoga ones, you've got your running ones, you've got your gym ones.
So you've got different ones for different.
Yeah, you've got different ones. Yeah.
Okay, and you think they're your favourite?
They're my favourites. I mean, really like Gymshark. The quality for Gymshark is amazing. They're not see-through. They fit lovely, but they're just 4 inches too long for me, and they come too high up here. So they just don't work for me really, or much. But being that gym snob, I really want to wear those, because that's what everyone wears.
It's the in thing. It's the in thing, and this is the thing. We are all going for fashion before actual practicality, isn't it, to be honest?
Yeah.
I go for Gymshark. I'm going to say 90% of my leggings are Gymshark. And again, openly admit, it's because of fashion. It's not because of the practicality of them. But yes, they have good quality. You are paying for what you get at the end of the day with Gymshark, and they look brilliant. And they've always put out new ranges. There's always something new on their website for you to try.
Yeah.
But theoretically, actually, if I think about it, they do fit nicely for someone with that figure. Do you know what I mean? Now, I have large legs, and a large arse, and I have a small waist. So for me to get, I'm in between a small and a medium for Gymshark, but theoretically, I shouldn't get either. They just don't fit me properly, because I feel like you've got to have quite small legs to fit into Gymshark stuff as well. But then if you have got smaller legs and the same sort of like proportion waist, I think Gymshark are really good for multiple things, not just for like gym and weight training, but I think for running and for yoga, I think it's quite good for everything. But again, I think it's sizing wise, and that's the disadvantage of Gymshark. You can't go to a shop and try them on, regardless of COVID. You can't go to the shop and try them on, can you? Whereas Sweaty Betty or the likes of Lululemon, who I also have, you can go to a shop and you can try them on to know which ones suit you. Yeah. So like the advantages of Gymshark there are they look good. They can, you know, they're quite multifunctional. You can use them for every sport. They're fashionable. They can fit you if you're the right type of figure. But actually, the disadvantage is you don't know if you're the right figure because you can't figure out before you try them.
No,
so they're
like small, medium, large, extra large. They're like,
yeah.
So
I mean,
someone
small is another small. Do you know what I mean? Someone who's got probably like an inch or two waist bigger than me, but an inch or two smaller legs than me is still a small. But I'm a small. How does that make sense? You know, you're not quite sure really where you're going.
No.
What other ones do you go for?
So,
what other ones? Is there any more? What can you think of?
No, just no, that's it. So I've got Fabletics, Gymshark, and Sweaty Betty. And I've got a pair of Nike. Now I've got 2 pairs of Nike. I've got a blue pair and a black pair, but they are see-through.
Do you know, yeah, this is the other thing when it comes to leggings now. It's see-through.
They're see-through. Like,
no one wants to go down the road and consciously give themselves attention because they're wearing see-through leggings, whether they're running, squatting in the gym or whatever. Yeah. And I think that Nike ones are see-through as well. I think it's the material. Do you think it's more of the material?
Yeah, I think it is the material. I just don't think it's thinner, and I just don't think it has, and I want to say enough stretch, because it stretches, even if you buy the right size, the stretch seems too much. And I don't know, my navy blue ones and my black ones are both see-through. It doesn't matter what underwear I wear, I can see where the underwear starts and where it finishes.
The everything.
Oh, you better to wear none, really, to be fair.
This is another thing that we had a conversation with earlier, or a couple of weeks back, is also how beneficial leggings can be when it comes to training. Not just obviously cover ourselves, but there's other recovery reasons why they're quite important, isn't it?
Yeah, I never knew that, but I did a session with you. I came home and I always just jump in the shower, get changed, put my normal day clothes on, because I'm not really the type of person to walk around the town in my gym clothes. That's not what I do. So I always come home, have a shower and get in my day clothes. Or when I used to go to boot camp, just go to bed. So this day I came home and I thought, I'll do the garden. So I left, and it had been quite a hard session with you, and I left my leggings on while I did the garden, and I didn't take them off until about 4:30 in the afternoon, then a shower. But I didn't get any pain I didn't get any of that pain that you get when you've worked really hard and your legs hurt and your bum hurts, and I didn't get any of that. And then randomly watched this TV program that said that if you wear, well, they were talking about compression leggings, but any leggings that are like compressed on your leg will reduce that pain in your muscle, because it slows down like the blood flow and all of that stuff. It's slowly, so your legs recover slowly. Whereas when you come home and take your leggings straight off, your muscles go woo like this, and then that's when you get all that pain.
Yeah, so it's scientifically proven, because there is specific compression leggings which help aid for recovery. Now, a lot of people use them for running, a lot of people use them, a lot of footballers use compression leggings when they're training or something like that. And I've used them before in the past, and it has been scientifically proven, obviously, when we train and when we put a lot of oxygen through our muscles and and the blood pumping through, what we get is a byproduct of lactic acid, and that lactic acid is that painful DOMS feeling the next day. That's a byproduct that is still in your muscles from previously, which haven't been flushed out by fresh blood. And what compression leggings do is, like you said, when you take that compression off of leggings or whatever it is, then the blood, everything flows quite more rapidly, not giving it enough chance to flush away that byproduct. And so you're right in the fact that it's actually, if you know the science behind it, you're better off wearing leggings for longer after your training to make sure that that byproduct can be released through those muscles and through that blood more sufficiently than rapidly. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah, I definitely have found a difference since I've left my leggings on, since working out with you, and I leave them on, even if I only leave them on for 2 or 3 hours, I have definitely 100% noticed a difference in my recovery.
Something I probably need to try. Mind you, though, saying that, I don't really suffer with DOMS quite a bit. And again, this is something that maybe it ties in, and thinking about it, it makes sense. I wear my gym leggings all day, every day, because it's my job. Yeah. And I don't necessarily get a lot of pain in my legs unless, you know, it's a very, very different intense session. If I'm doing my normal training, I don't tend to get DOMS, which can be disheartening, really, because you feel like you haven't worked as hard. Now I work hard when I train myself, and clients work hard when they train themselves, and they notice that there's pain, delayed onset of muscular soreness. That's what DOMS means, delayed onset of muscular soreness. Okay. And maybe that's why, because when I train, I leave my leggings on to go back to work, or I can't have a shower straight away, or I'm training for a longer period of time. And do you know what? Thinking about it, putting two and two together, that makes sense. I'm probably allowing my muscles to recover subconsciously without realising.
I mean, there are specific compression leggings that you can buy and that you can use to work out in and then keep on after. They're called compression leggings, and these compression leggings contain, I don't know, something like 15 milligrams of something. Let me see what it's called. Let me remember.
Did you say mercury? Was it mercury or something?
Yeah, mercury. That's right. Yeah. And they contain this mercury in them, and they're supposed to. It isn't proven that they are any better than a nice snug fitting legging. That's not a proven fact, but it is a proven fact that someone with really thin legs, the actual compression legging won't actually make any difference, because it won't. No matter how tight it is, it won't make any difference to that person with thinner legs.
Right, okay, so that's more of a case. Do you not think then that's more of a like a brand to try and sell, that they're specific and they're niche for a reason?
There's no proof. They say they're slightly better, but there's no proven fact that they are way better than keeping your already nice snug leggings on after you've done a workout. It's basically just keeping something nice and tight, holding all your muscles nice and tight together to give them a slow recovery. And I have to say, since I learned that fact on that day I did the gardening, I've not looked back.
Interesting. Kids, you haven't tried it, don't shower for a few hours afterwards, leave your leggings on. Might work.
Yeah, definitely. And when I come back to boot camp, I'm just going to sleep in my leggings.
Just wear the same leggings. So you're not wearing them yesterday? Yeah, take them off. Oh, okay. Well, that's interesting, and I think people should try that basically.
Yeah. But I don't know anything about footwear, so...
Okay, well, this is where, again, it's just a discussion, really, and I'm not a specialist when it comes to footwear or gait analysis or running techniques or anything like that. All I know is what works for me. And, I mean, there is obviously different footwear that is specialised for different types of training. You've got your running trainers, you've got your functional trainers, you've got gym wear trainers. You've got, well, those that are almost personalised, aren't they, to people's gait as well, because if they go to a running shop and get their running gait analysis, then they've got different insoles. There's loads. Oh my God, there's a ridiculous amount of trainers. And all I really want to talk about is trainers for when you're in the gym, more than running, because running, you can't go wrong. There are specific running trainers because of the way that you run. They are built for that, and they support your arch when you're doing it. Proven, it works. But gym trainers, there's not really a lot of say or a lot of advertising when it comes to gym stuff. And so let's think about the brands of trainers. When you come to your session, Susie, or do boot camp, what trainers do you wear?
I wear my Adidas at the minute.
Okay, and are they quite flat, or have they got a bit of a sole supported? What do they look
No,
like?
they've got a bit of a sole.
They've got a bit
So
of
they're
sole.
not flat, they've got a bit of a sole.
Do you find them comfortable?
Well, I don't find them as comfortable as I did my ones when I didn't have a fixed tongue.
A fixed tongue?
You know, like you know, like these trainers these days, it's fixed, isn't it? It's like in the shoe.
Mummy dirty trainers.
Yeah, is that fixed in the shoe?
Yeah, there's no tongue.
Yeah, they're awful. I hate those.
Don't like these.
No, I like the shoe, but I don't like the tongue bit. I like to be able to
go back to fashion. You got them because they look good.
Yeah.
That's why.
Yeah, I got them because I thought that's what you should probably have. But if I buy trainers again, I won't be buying them like that because they're not very comfortable.
Okay, what about, because they've got a little bit of a rise, what about when you do squatting, lunging, deadlifting? So
well, I've never all of the trainers I've ever had have been like that. I don't really know anything about trainers, so I've only ever bought what I like.
That's interesting. So I've got a couple of trainers here. Do you know what? This is really, really fortunate that I actually didn't intend to leave these trainers out. It's just because I haven't tidied up and I've left them outside. So it's good, I'm going to bring them out. So there's a lot of people that go for fashion when it comes to gym trainers. I'm really sorry, they're actually disgusting because I've worn them today. They go for fashion. So these are the things, these are Nike's Air 270s, and quite a lot of people know these. Quite a lot, I'm going to say more towards 18 to 30-year-olds go for something like this. But then we can see there that there's a little bit of sole. Now that's brilliant when it comes to support, and that's brilliant when it comes to more functional stuff like boot camp, where you're moving up and down. It's going to give you that support, and it's not going to be more hard wearing on your feet. But I've also noticed when wearing them, you see a lot of people have a little bit of an incorrect technique when they're coming to squatting and doing lower body exercises. Okay. Because of the point of lower body exercise, if you think about a squat and if you think about a lunge or a deadlift, any force that we want to try and push up through should be through the heel, because that's where we activate the muscles and create the correct technique when we're performing any lower body exercises, through the heel rather than through the toes. That's what we're taught as trainers. That's how it is, how you perform the correct movement. But having a little bit of a bubble like that, obviously that's going to allow your weight to put towards more your toes rather than onto your heels. And that's where I see a little bit of a difference. And I mean, they're advertised for gym shoes. They're advertised for fashion, of course, in gym shoes. But in terms of lower body exercises, like if you're doing split of training sessions, if you're doing lower body workouts at a high just body weight, then there's probably better things that you could have. And this is where I, from a personal opinion, and I've also known from other trainers and other people, Suze, have you seen anyone deadlift without any shoes on? They go in the gym, they take their shoes off and they start deadlifting.
Yeah, I have.
Yeah.
And also I've seen people just do it in like their Converse, like.
That's where I'm getting to. So there's a method behind the madness. The people take off their bare foot and people go for barefoot stuff because they get a better connection through the heel. Right, okay. If you think you don't want to go, was that sorry?
It does make total sense, because sometimes when you're telling me to make sure I push through my heel, I have to work hard at doing that sometimes.
It really all depends on the footwear, and I mean they're quite small, but then you've got these real big fashion ones which have a really quite a lot. Hang on, let me think. Let's see if I've got any in here. They have real large ones, like, oh, let's go for these. I mean, look at that. Do you know what I mean? It's massive, and for you to put weight through there must be quite difficult. So from an experience, not only with myself, but also with other people that use them, going with a bare foot, so taking your shoes off completely and performing a weighted exercise like squats, lunges, or static lunges and deadlifts, you get a much better connection through the floor. You feel the workout and the exercise that you're doing a lot greater and more beneficial to the area that you're working, because you're less worried about going through the toes, and that can cause issues. That can cause weight distribution unevenly with the weight going forward onto your chest when it comes to having a squat bar, a bar on the back of your neck. Same with deadlifts. If you put your weight more forwards, it can cause other issues whilst you're performing that. If you go in barefoot, different story. You can allow yourself to sit back on those heels a little bit more, but not everyone wants to do it in socks, do they? Like, it's not, not everyone wants to take off their sweaty shoes at the gym or outside. If you're doing it outside, like for example, we're in the bunker at the moment, I don't want you to be on your socks because it's not going to be cool. So for me, I think that the ones that you would find the least appropriate for gym are probably, when it comes to that specific exercise, Vest, Converse, Vans. You've got these Nike Bare Run Effect ones, which almost feel like you haven't got anything on. They're all very, very flat soled, which allows you to be able to push through your heels and activating your muscles a lot more throughout those exercises. Now, that can come to a little bit of like an issue if it's not just that you're doing, is it, in your session? If you're doing burpees and jumping squats, and then you're going to do a heavy squat and a deadlift, you know, what can you do? And my suggestion is have a pair of Converse or a flat pair of normal basic trainers just in the boot of your car, so that if you know you're going to do something like that, you've got the option there to do it. But then there's also, I'm not sure whether you've seen this, but you've also got these like powerlifting shoes. Have you seen these shoes, the powerlifting, like actual Olympic powerlifting shoes that people do for that? They're so expensive, and they're specifically designed for the angle for you to get a better connection through your heel. But it also, I think it's just the security of it because they're quite robust as well. I'm not sure about it. And you could go for those, but they're like, I mean, again, it's a niche thing. So over 100 quid maybe for a pair of those just to wear for squats and deadlifts.
Yeah. But like, so if you're just, so what you're saying is, so if you're just doing a gym session, like the bunker's a gym session, isn't it? So if you're doing a bit of walking lunges, squat, deadlifting, all of that stuff, then flat-based shoe trainers of some kind, whether they be Converse or trainers, they're better than if they've got a bit of a rise on them. You only need a rise on them if you're doing burpees, star jumps, all of that type of stuff.
Well, not necessarily need a rise. They're more comfortable for the impact that you're putting through your foot. And obviously in a flat surface like a Converse isn't the best for that. You're going to feel every little bit of impact.
Because there's no impact.
So it really, the best way to do it, and what I would suggest, from me not being the most formal and professional of trainers, like personal trainers, I would say the cheapest, flattest shoes that you can find for squats and deadlifts is going to improve your technique and your form and your strength a whole lot more. And then having other things like the ones I've just showed you, they're more for the impact and the more functional stuff that you could be doing in the gym. But there comes the issue as if you're going to do both. Like in a PT session, we can perform both, can't we? So just having a pair handy, just having a flat pair of soled feet, trainers are handy to have in the back of your car or your gym bag or something like that. People spend a lot of money on body.
That's a fashion thing, isn't it? Because I started with my original trainers, what I very first started with, that my girl said, "Oh, Mum, they're gross." I've still got them. They're flat, like they're just flat to the ground. They're just a Nike normal fabric type trainer, and they're flat to the ground. They were my first ones, and then of course, then I start looking around and think, "Oh wow, maybe I should get some like that."
Yeah, it is. The fashion takes over.
Ridiculous. This fashion is ridiculous.
And this fashion, I mean, coming to the gym for a one-to-one or your own gym session, you see it, oh, look at their new trainers, or look at their new leggings, or look at their new stuff, and you get a little feel about what's new, what's in, what's not. But also social media as well. You see all these workout videos of these influencers that are wearing the latest stuff, the latest trainers, the latest gym wear in that. That is a fashion thing, when actually it doesn't. And we're going back to the sports bra, and we're going back to the leggings. We see the fashion because it's appealing and it looks good, and we sell into it, and we buy into it, because, it's the in thing, when actually it's not promoting us to be better at our training and potentially help us recover.
And nor do we need to.
Pardon?
And nor do we need to.
No.
I'm not being funny. If a pair of Marks and Spencer sports leggings work for you, then why shouldn't you just wear those? It's because it is literally social media. It's literally the people around you that are influencing you to wear something different.
It's the influencing. It's the influencing of, oh, this is what you should be wearing for you to.
And so it must be right.
It must be right. Yeah. And in that sense, it's allowing us to keep up with fashion, not necessarily because we need to, though, not for the right reasons. Like, as we said, the importance of the right sports bra.
Yeah, that's important. The leggings are important.
Important for the leggings, the footwear. We're going through what looks better than actually what's more important. And I think that really was the basis of this conversation, was to, we go for this, but should we go for this?
Yeah.
Or what else would be better? Why is it better? Maybe we should think about the reason behind gym wear, because there was an initial reason, going back from the very first question that I said to you, why do you wear gym stuff? And it was because of the practicality of it when we're exercising. Yeah, it was to enable us to help recover and make sure that we perform things in the correct way without us injuring ourselves or being uncomfortable or limiting our flexibility and our movement. So that's initially why gym clothing come around, and it's morphed over the years to be something now which is a fashion thing, which is completely contradicting to why we even started wearing gym wear in the first place.
Yeah.
And that's
because a lot of people wear gym wear just to walk around in.
Yeah, it's a loungewear thing now. It's a comfortable thing now.
You don't need to go to the gym apparently to wear gym wear anymore. Like, you can just buy it to just go and do your shopping in.
Yeah, I feel like there's people that just wear like the newest Gymshark set and I've just put a poster up and then they've never worn it and don't even go gym. Do you know what I mean? which is fine, and that's not an issue, because at the end of the day, it is a fashion brand, it is a clothing brand, and whatever way they're looking to boost their business, whether it be fashion, whether it be that. But I think sometimes when it comes to training, we've also got to think about the importance of it, not just what we like the look of.
No, agree.
And I think that
has to be comfortable so that you can work well. It can't be. It can't just look good. It has to be all right. It can't keep falling down, or the legs be too long, or the bra poking you in the back, or it has to be comfortable. So then you work well, don't you?
Yeah, definitely. And at the end of the day, if you're a regular gym goer that wants to make progress and wants to see that they're heading in the right direction, has goals to be able to create, and every little bit helps. And even if it's down to the tiniest thing about what you're wearing, that will help. And yeah, it was just really like, I need to practice what I preach. We've had this discussion now, and it will make me think about the next time I buy a sports bra or leggings or my trainers. I sometimes do the opposite of what we've just discussed. Like I said, go for fashion, and I'm not wearing the correct footwear for the type of training I'm doing. So it's good for me to go back to this as a trainer itself, because I preach this sort of stuff, and think about my own decisions as well about what I wear. I think what hopefully this conversation will help with other people, and especially females in particular that are new to training and want to know and be educated on what's beneficial and what's not, or just the signs really to look out for, rather than going for what they think looks nice because everyone else is wearing it. Actually, is that going to help you keep your boobs nice and firm? Right. Do you know what I mean?
And if you're a newbie, like I was obviously a newbie back then, a couple of years ago, I knew nothing about I didn't even know where, I didn't really go in a sports shop. I didn't really know where to start. So I fumbled around in the dark for quite a long time. So it's quite helpful having this type of thing, plus the group, when people can say, oh, these leggings are really nice, or these work, or just that type of thing, because I literally had no idea where to even get anything from, really.
And I think it's the case of a lot of people. There's a lot of people that have no clue and would come to their first gym session, whether it's a trainer, whether it's to join themselves, with the unknown as to what they should really be wearing. It's only after they've been there a few times or asked the question or researched it, then actually, oh no, I need to be wearing that. So hopefully this conversation educates a few people on it.
Hopefully it will.
on the
Yes.
clothing. Have you got anything else to say, Suze, on the matter? Is there anything else that you want to discuss that we haven't touched on?
I think we touched on pretty much all of it, really.
I think we've covered, to be honest, quite a lot more than I thought. I'm happy with that. So yeah, that is our vlog number 5 about the correct gym wear, the importance of it, the benefits of it, and what to be aware of when we're looking for new sports bras, leggings, trainers. And thanks, Suze.
You're welcome.
You had some knowledge on it that I didn't. It was nice for you to get involved and bounce some discussions. And everyone, we will see you for vlog 6 next week. Thanks, Suze. Adios. See you later.
Bye. Bye.